There is a particular kind of fear that doesn't scream. It doesn't announce itself. It doesn't feel dramatic. It feels quiet, polite, and reasonable. It sounds like waiting a little longer, thinking a bit more, gathering more information, keeping options open. It feels responsible, mature, smart. But beneath that calm surface, it slowly erodes something essential. This fear doesn't push you backward, it freezes you in place. You don't move forward. You don't move back. You stay suspended between possibilities, telling yourself that hesitation is wisdom. Until one day, you realize that while you were waiting to be certain, life kept moving without you. That's when the truth becomes unavoidable. Never be afraid to make a decision, because uncertainty is far more dangerous than a wrong certainty. We are taught to fear being wrong more than being stuck. From childhood, mistakes are punished. Wrong answers are corrected publicly. Failure is framed as weakness. So we learn that certainty is safety and that choosing incorrectly is something to be ashamed of. Over time, this lesson sinks deep. We hesitate before committing. We delay before choosing. We replay scenarios endlessly, hoping clarity will magically appear. We wait for the perfect moment, the perfect option. The perfect guarantee. But life does not offer guarantees. It only offers trade-offs. And uncertainty, unlike a wrong decision, has no shape, no timeline, no clear consequence you can learn from. It doesn't teach. It drains. While a wrong decision creates pain, uncertainty creates paralysis. Uncertainty feels harmless at first. You tell yourself you're being cautious, thoughtful, strategic, but slowly, it begins to consume energy. You think constantly, but act rarely. You imagine outcomes, but experience none. You feel busy but remain stagnant. Uncertainty keeps you awake at night, replaying the same questions with no new answers. It steals momentum. It erodes confidence. It makes even simple choices feel heavy. And worst of all, it disguises itself as intelligence. You begin to believe that decisive people are reckless, that those who move quickly are naive, that waiting is always safer. But what you don't see is the hidden cost. While you wait, fear grows, doubt multiplies, opportunities quietly expire, a wrong decision ends, uncertainty lingers. We cling to indecision because it preserves illusion. As long as you don't choose, you don't fail. As long as you don't commit, you don't lose. As long as you stay uncertain, every future remains possible. But possibility without action is fantasy. And fantasy cannot build a life. Indecision feels like protection, but it is exposure. It leaves you vulnerable to external forces, to other people's decisions, to circumstances choosing for you. Because if you don't decide, something else will. The turning point arrives quietly, often disguised as frustration. It's the moment you realize you're tired of thinking and not living, tired of planning and not progressing, tired of understanding every risk but never tasting the reward. You look back not at what you did wrong, but at what you never tried. And suddenly, a different fear emerges. A deeper one. The fear that one day you'll realize that the greatest mistake wasn't choosing wrong, but refusing to choose at all. That realization changes everything. You begin to see that wrong decisions move you forward. They teach. They shape. They sharpen judgment. They give you data reality can provide, but thought never will. Uncertainty, on the other hand, gives you nothing. A wrong decision has weight, direction, consequence. It forces you to adapt. It forces you to learn. It forces you to engage with reality, even when it hurts. It gives you something solid to respond to. Certainty, right or wrong, creates motion, and motion creates life. Most people who grow are not the ones who choose perfectly. They are the ones who choose boldly, then adjust. They understand that correction is possible, but stagnation is not. Once you accept this, failure changes shape. Failure is no longer choosing wrong. Failure is refusing to choose. Failure is staying stuck in analysis while life demands action. Failure is letting fear dress itself as patience. And once you see that, decisiveness stops feeling dangerous and starts feeling necessary. Never be afraid to make a decision, because uncertainty is far more dangerous than a wrong certainty. Wrong decisions hurt, but they end. Uncertainty doesn't hurt loudly, but it lasts. A wrong path teaches you where not to go. Uncertainty keeps you nowhere. Life is not built by perfect choices. It is built by committed ones. So if you're standing at a crossroads, waiting for clarity, stop. Choose the direction that calls you. Even if you're unsure. Move. Even if your hands shake, decide. Even if doubt remains, because clarity comes after action, not before it. And remember this: you can recover from mistakes, you can't recover time lost to fear. Choose, adjust, move again. That's how lives are built.